What'd you make of Nurse and Ceci back together the other night?
Oh, I hated it. I hated every second of it. I wanted to jab forks into my eyeball.
I actually thought Nurse played well. Made a couple of good plays. That one that stands out is getting his stick in the lane when the guy basically had a backdoor tap in.
Yep.
That was a great play. Man, Ceci. Maybe it's just because we're
He
also
didn't do one
in.
positive thing.
Maybe it's just because we're so focused on what he's doing. But boy, oh boy, he just doesn't look good. And I just think that like Frank came on the show yesterday and basically said that like, why are we calling it a maintenance day for Kane? It was a healthy scratch. Give Cody Ceci his maintenance game. Give him like whatever game you lose next, Ceci come out the lineup. Unless he has a game of his life, then of course keep him in. But like, just don't see how you can keep rotating this through. And you brought it up the other day that the penalty kill thing, that can't be the reason. I get it, and it's a layer to it for sure, but it can't be like, well, we can't take him out because the penalty kill.
Because what if one of our other penalty killing defensemen takes a penalty and no, it can't be. Can't be. He's hurting you too much at 5-on-5. TO, all the media shits on Kane way more than anyone else on the team. Incorrect. We shit on Cody Ceci more than we should on anyone else on the team. You mentioned Troy Stecher, the other deadline addition, and I mean, we're 20 days now removed from the NHL's trade deadline. He got in those couple of games when Vinny was hurt, and to me, he got better and better and better in each of his 3 games, and now we haven't seen him in a while. Are you surprised we haven't seen Stecher again? And also, their D pairings are going to be the same tonight. They're sticking with Ceci and Nurse together. They did the long experiment of Nurse and Vinny. We had the little blip of Nurse Stecher. What do you make of them continuing to run out Nurse and Ceci? Do you think they're just sitting there going, hey, what else do we got? Or would you maybe like to see Stecher more?
Yeah, you'd think that'd be the spot where you'd kind of like to see him. Like the spot where it makes sense is you have the rotation, Kulak, Vinny D, and Stecher on your third pair. Gives you a few different options. But it seems like the Nurse and the Ceci, that was what we always talked about. The second pairing, that's the spot they could upgrade. And it's kind of hard to sit here and say, oh, yeah, like Troy Stecher is a better defenseman than Cody Ceci. I don't think that's necessarily the case. But I mean, it would make sense for them to give him some more looks throughout the season in different spots. I know we don't love doing the lineup blender and trying different guys doing different things, but I really would like to see him play with Nurse because I think it might be a better fit. But then again, every time this happens, every single time that it's something other than Nurse and Ceci, as much as we complain about Nurse and Ceci, we look back and we're like, Nurse and Ceci is actually pretty decent compared to everything else. So I kind of understand why they're staying a little bit more rigid, but I would like to see them try some more looks. I don't know. I think Stetcher's a good player. Like I remember him back in the bubble playoffs with Vancouver. He really led the way, and there was a lot of talk about how, Chris Tanev might move on, and then Troy Stecher would kind of fill into that spot as their leader on the blue line, and then the Canucks let him walk. It was kind of surprising. I think this is the kind of player where we're going to see when the games mean more, his game's going to be elevated. That's what he showed during that bubble playoffs with Vancouver, I thought.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.